war. To my family, my cosmic family, I love my family. You are my family. We ain't gotta have blood, but just know it's all love. I really wanna give you a hug, so speak whatever you need to speak. You gotta open up your throat chakra. You gotta motherfucking release. Don't let nobody have that much power over you to where you can't even speak about your shit, on your shit. Gotta let them know you got it like that. So come on, baby, to the channel.
Greetings, my beautiful, beautiful cosmic family. Grand rising if you have just woken up. And I'm going to start off with my sage and Palo Santo, Palianto, Palacanto, Palabanto, whatever it is. Oh shit, get off my stuff, baby. Don't burn what I need, baby. Okay, there we go. We'll clear the energy. And I just want to start off with the singing bowl. Public service announcements. Let me stop. Okay, y'all. So today's topic is about, hold on, let me get a little sip of water. Whew. Your girl was thirsty. Okay. I hate to break it to you, but I'm gonna say it, and I don't like using the word hate, but I'm gonna say it today. We did not come from Africa. We are not African American people. We did not come from Africa. Okay? Okay. Do you really think the government will inflict that in our heads from the grade K through 12 that we come from Africa, if it was true or not? Let me say that again. Do you really think the government will tell us we come from our original place, which is Africa, to put that and program that in our heads from the ages 5 to 17 or 18 years of age, to program that in our head that we came from Africa? Do you think the government will give us that much of truth? No, baby. I don't even know how I sound, but y'all go get it. Okay? Okay. We do not come from Africa. Why do you think, and I see this so much when now that a lot of my indigenous beings, our goddesses, are waking up and rising a frequency within her core, within herself, healing thyself. And the first thing she do is she start content creating on TikTok and things like this. And when we use the term Ashe, we are talking about African ancestors. When we use the term Yemoja or Yemaya, we are saying the wrong term to the African women, the African goddesses, right? They attack us all the time, and people don't really talk about it much, but the African goddesses and the African people attack us because we were programmed to think we were from Africa, but that's what they always want. Why you think all these people, they racial slurs, go back to Africa, because they want us to leave our planet to go, our country, to go to their shit. We don't know nothing about Africa. Now, we do find certain things that they do similarity to us. Yes, we was doing this here as well. Indigenous beings, when we lived in our forests and stuff like that, we were putting things around our head as well. We were wearing certain waist beads, but it wasn't exactly waist beads. We would use crystals, or we would use nature beads. Like, we would create our own stuff through nature and walk around with it wrapped around our torso or our womb, our stomach. So let me calm down because I'm very anxious, and I've been getting a download to do this video for so long, but I haven't. I just really sat back and let everything, a piece of knowledge, come to me naturally. I'm following this one girl on TikTok, and she speaks so much knowledge about certain hidden gems and hidden secrets that the government still has over all of us. And she was saying something, and then next thing you know, the African lady got on there and was like, I'm gonna say this again, I'm tired of you people or y'all coming and saying certain things using our African cultures and don't know exactly what y'all talking about. We don't do that here, yada yada yada. This is what and I've seen multiple African women do that. I actually didn't just see that on line. I was even greeted from an African goddess, a young one, at an African store. And like I tell y'all, African people treat us different. You don't have, like, you know how you could be beefing with your homegirl up the street, but for some reason y'all still got a connection even though y'all beefing. African people, every African person I ever came across, I never had a connection with them. Because that goes to show you something. We don't have connections like that with African people. We don't, and that's the problem. We all trying to race back to Africa. We never was on those slave ships coming from Africa. We are indigenous beings. We were already here on America. We were already here. That's why you got the African government talking about, yeah, just come back to Africa. We'll pay you, give you money to start, give you land, all that. Because they working with the government to try to evacuate this whole surface from the chosen ones, from this being our original planet, our original country. They want us to leave our home to go to somebody else's that don't value us. I done seen so many people, black people, black indigenous beings such as myself, they was born here in America, and they will go to Africa and record it like, these Africans don't fuck with us. They look at us like we ain't shit, but they worship the white man. And I see a lot of white men or white people, not just putting it in a race thing, but I see a lot of Caucasian people go and travel and figure out certain African culture, ways of living and things like that, and African people worship them. They allow them in. Come, yeah, look, yes, come. They allow them in. They treat them good, but you never really see a black content creator going and just seeing and getting that same treatment. The energy always is a little bit different. Don't get me wrong, African people probably do dislike us because we were programmed so much that they didn't even know the story. They didn't know that we came from Africa on slave ships. They didn't know that. From all I know is we was brung there we was brung to Africa, and then the Africans sold our ass to the white man that they believe is God. Do y'all remember watching, and if y'all haven't watched this, go look up Rashad Jamal. I seen this years ago. Rashad Jamal was telling us how the Moors, we would have won the war if it wasn't for the Moors turning against us and coming out and helping the Caucasians and the other people fight us, and that's how we were able to lose, because it was our power against our power at this point. Can't nobody beat us unless we beat ourselves, flat out. No other race can beat us unless they interfere with our people and turn our people against us. That's what hurt us the most. When Rashad Jamal said it, and I honestly feel like this, I don't know if it's all the way true, but this is my take. I honestly feel as if the Africans are the Moors. The Africans are the ones that turned on us for them. The Africans still to this day treat us as if we're nothing to them. And that's why I don't go around. And I was talking to the lady at the African store. I'm like, you're right, they act like they did what our people did. She was basically taking up for the other people other than hearing where I'm coming from. But the Africans did not go through what we went through. No, they did not. If you ask me, look how in Egypt they got the Chaldeans and all them claiming that they are the real Egyptians and we are not the real Egyptians. So they got them people all around our stuff acting as if it's not ours, it's theirs. So wouldn't you think the people in Africa is acting as if that is theirs and is really probably ours? I don't know. Maybe that's just me thinking that. I don't even care to be all in that. I do know the Haitians, them are real motherfuckers. The Haitians are the ones that was beating certain wars before the wars even begun. The Haitians are of us. We are connected. Just like if Zeus, so-called Zeus, the very important scientist that decided to create the Caucasians and the Chinese and, you know, different cultures that were outside of our race from us, wouldn't you think Zeus would have got creative and made a few black or darker carbon colored humans as well? I don't think Zeus just got creative with white people and Chinese people. I think Zeus got creative with our skin tone people as well. You know, we always go after the white man and white man and white man. No, it's a lot of black demonic motherfuckers as well. It's a lot of carbon-based beings that turned into entities. Like, it's a lot of them on this planet as well. We're not the only ones. This world do have to have balance, unfortunately, but the planet is shifting back into the righteous, who it belonged to. So I'm going to say this again. We are not from Africa. And just because I wear my jewelry and I wear the things I love, I am a creator. I get to dress me up in anything I desire. Why do you never really see the Africans with crystals? You never really see the Africans with certain things that we have. If you ask me, you know how the white Caucasian women always intimidated by us? Indigenous beings, goddesses, they always intimidated by us. They always have some aggression towards us. For what reason, we still don't really know, but we know a little bit. We know a lot. I know a lot. But we get that same reaction from African women. The same reaction we get from a white woman when she's upset that we are coming back into our truest form is the same reaction I see often from a lot of African women. It's similarity. So I be feeling like Zeus created them. They don't fuck with us for real. It ain't just because we sit around claiming we black and they feel like we stupid, we dumb. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's because deep down inside, they know we are the righteous beings. The goddess says, the gods on this planet, we were here first. We weren't just in no fucking Africa. We were scattered all around this motherfucker, especially the goddess says. Not trying to put war out there with the Africans, not at all. But this is simply my truth and who I choose to speak of. So that's why we always somehow get attacked. And when I seen this goddess getting attacked, I'm like, they say when we say Ashe, we're not supposed to say Ashe like they supposed to say Ache, Ashu. We supposed to use their terms. We don't have to use shit you use. We are different because we are different. For your culture, it was Ashe or Ache. For ours, it's Ashe or Yemaya, or instead of Yemoja. Whatever we have around us, it all goes around to the same course. We all go around the same globe. We just have different beliefs. So when you think the government will side more with Africa instead of the indigenous beings? Why do you think Africa so-called kept its original form for so long, or kept its original people for so long? African people, African governments, African this, African that. Okay, fine. I get it. They say when you go there, you feel a sense of home. I get it. But I feel a sense of home when I go in a forest in America. When I go to certain forests here, when I travel to a few rivers, I feel connected. Don't get me wrong, I may feel another sense of connection when I'm there because, yes, we keep the heat and things like that, and we keep the sun all the time. So, of course, I'm a sun being. Of course, I would love to be in more stable heat because I rise from the fire. I am the phoenix that rose from the burning wood. The fire did not kill me. I mastered the fire, and I rebirthed myself like the dragon there is. The dragon mother, however. So I'll repeat that again to all the indigenous beings around the globe. We are not from Africa. If that a case, you would think they would teach us from K to 12 that we were indigenous beings that were here on America first, when so-called, what's his name? I forgot his goddamn name. It ain't meant for me to say his name. He came over here and he discovered America. No. America was already discovered. You can't discover a place that had people living on it already, boo-boo. And they were black. They wasn't dark chocolate black like the Africans, but some of us was. You never know, right? You would teach us in school from K through motherfucking 12 that the real Asians are black carbon beings. The real Latinos are beings. They just have lighter skin tones. Not the real Latinos. Is it the real Mexicans or the real? Yeah, I think it's the Latinos. If you ask me, whenever I come across a Mexican or a real Latino, I get a sense of connection. Like, even to the point where we don't even have to speak. If I see a real Latino goddess and she's real authentically Latino, and she's a real Mexican and she's basically carbon being, a goddess, she gonna notice me and speak to me even if she across the room. We have more connections with them because we are the original. Yeah, our DNA got a little tampered with because everybody want to sleep with everybody. Yeah, that happened, of course. However, but that third generation is what came back to the original form. Do the math. It's your mother's mother. It's your mother, and it's you. I am the third generation. I am back into my original form. So here we are around this bitch like, I want to go back to Africa. We are from Africa. I went to an African shop to buy some sage, and he said he don't even believe in that. He said he just used it for incense. He don't believe that it got spiritual power. He believe in God, Jesus. That's what he said. And had no emotional attachment to the sage. He made me look as if I was just buying sage just to buy it. Because they have no connection to our beliefs. They are created as well. They are what you call probably the Moors. The ones that turned their backs on us to go against us. Because they do have somewhat of power to have, and they do. But they don't fuck with us. And we be sitting up there thinking they fuck with us. No, they don't. We need to form of goddesses with around us. We need to forge a circle of union between the indigenous goddesses, the indigenous gods, the indigenous beings. We're not African America. They just wanted to use that. That's why when we start using the African term, we're still falling in the government's trap. That's what he wanted us to believe. He wanted us to believe we're from Africa. He wanted us to believe, don't get me wrong, Africa do have most of the healing gems, the healing things like that. But didn't Dr. Sebi get... But like I say, in every culture, there's going to be like Jesus people or people that woke up or rose. So in any culture, you could be Asian. You could be Chinese and you will be woke. Everybody have a chance to be enlightened. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not just saying the whole community of Africa. I'm not saying it at all. What I'm saying is, we, the ones that was born here on America, we are not from Africa. In our past life, we probably did live there. But everything just don't form around Africa. We are from here. This is our original place where we were here. This is what we did, and they wanted to play in our heads. So Of course, we grew older and still thought we still needed Africa to survive. No, we do not. We need to form a union within our own community of goddesses and gods. We need to start getting more in contact with our Latinos, our real Latinos and our real Mexicans, because we have more of a connection than we do with people in Africa. Go to a Chinese motherfucking nail salon and sit there. You ain't gonna have no connection with no Chinese person at all. They can talk, they can keep you occupied, but you're not gonna have no connection with them. Go to an African Jamaican store and go in there and talk. You're not gonna have no connection with that African brother or sister. You're not gonna have no connection at all. You can say peace, brother, peace, God, and all this, but you're not gonna have no connection with them. Now go to a soul food restaurant. Not saying eat the meat and shit, but I'm just saying go to a soul food restaurant with the real American goddess or god, even though they're asleep still, probably not all the way woke, you know, still negative or still at a low vibration frequency. Even though they're in that state, nobody rushes nobody's growth. You are who you truly are, and you have a growth limit. You will grow when it's your time. But go there, and I bet you have a connection with that person. I bet you have a connection with an indigenous being. If you go to a Mexican restaurant, and it's a real, true own Mexicans, real, and you go in there, and you sit down and you eat, you're gonna naturally gravitate to this Mexican, and y'all gonna talk, y'all gonna laugh, y'all gonna have great conversation. See, the plan was to scatter us all around the globe, scatter us all around the planet, so we can lose contact of who we truly are. If you take an indigenous being from the indigenous culture and send her in a regular ass Detroit culture ass shit, she's gonna soon kind of getting used to what she's in and forget where she truly is from. You take an African goddess from Africa and bring her to America, she's not gonna know what the fuck to do here. But if you take an indigenous being and send her to Africa, she may love it for a minute, but something still go pull her back home, right? So I say this again. We are not from Africa. Leave them people with their shit. Give them their shit back. Give them they motherfucking, if they want they voodoo and they want all they chickens and they want all they shit, give it back to them. Leave these African women alone. Because most of them are not goddesses and gods. No, they're not. Leave them alone. Leave that shit alone. Get out their African culture book. Because the Europeans taught us that shit. Get out of that shit. We don't need that shit. We got our own. Look within self and find who you truly are and where you truly come from. Now, some of us do resonate with Africa, because some of us still have that African soul that we come from. But we are all one. It's just everything else around us divide us. It pulls us further away from each other. But I'm so sick of the African women attacking the indigenous goddesses for learning new knowledge and still figuring out knowledge. See, the thing is, we learn our knowledge and we bring it straight to the platform, because at one point we should think, see, we learned this, but we still got to go down deeper to another rabbit hole, because then we go learn that ain't all the way what we learned, but we got there, we learned that, and now we got to move to the next level. That's how it be. Instead of us keep bringing all the knowledge, we keep learning from the European dictionary, from the European steel study, because it's all taking us back into a whole tape recorder trap. You say one thing, it comes out that that's not even what it is no more. So we're still falling down this rabbit hole. We're still going and knocking on doors. We don't know who really live in these motherfucking houses. We're still searching, but we're searching around instead of searching within.
Yeah.
Spiritual confirmation. We must leave them motherfuckers alone. They don't fuck with us. Don't mean it's beef. Don't mean it's war against them. Nah. We signify it, and we signal it with nothing but love, and we seal that letter with love. But we ain't gonna keep on bothering you. Now you can say we stole that. That's like the white woman. We stole the hair from them. We stole the wearing the blonde hair from them. The Africans. They stole our juju beads. They stole not the juju beads. They stole our beads, our waist beads. They stole our beanies. They stole our dreadlocks. They doing the same thing the Caucasian people, women are doing. They still trying to form together and attack us, but I bet you they got best friends that's white. Not saying it to be racist. I'm just being clear, blunt. I'm being honest. Hey, this is my truth. If you don't like it, simply unsubscribe and go to your own motherfucking place of environment. That's what you want to do. That's simply who you are. You can't stop me from what I believe in and stop me from what I'm seeing from my own eyes to see. We are not from Africa. Now, I want you all to say, peace and love and blissfulness. I ask the universe to reveal to me whatever it is that needs to be revealed to me. I ask that I see, and I ask that I feel. I ask that I am, and I ask that I continue to grow and flourish, and I waken my womb up to all she needs to be. Ashe. Because we are all one. Don't let them keep playing with us. I love you all.